chant Om, 5 Oms, one after the other. State of mind, your thoughts, before the practice and after practice. Body, breath, and mind, perfect synchronization and harmony. Deep, relaxed. Conclude this session with Shanti Mantra. Drop hands and heart level, chant Shanti Mantra together. So we want to let's begin. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Hands, the palm, massage your facial muscles, your face, your ear, neck, your shoulders, arms, chest, stomach, back, arms. Joint, legs, knees, and your leg, all the way to the floor. Okay, keep on rise. So all the practice, beautiful. Feel keeping the heart rate up and the endurance and deep relaxation, right? So it is a complete practice itself. Right. So, what is?
I just had a question. When we were doing the different loosening practices, I know the heart rate was going up, but to get to the next one, should the heart rate go down or you just keep continuing it? Because we were in Makarasana, but my heart rate was still up. We didn't.
Okay, yes, good question. Do you remember we skipped the instant relaxation and the quick relaxation?
Mm.
The idea is you should be able to have a very short break to just give that little relaxation to your muscles, but still you are keeping your heart rate endurance going.
You have to. I
Yes,
mean,
because you want to relax.
keep
give
the
that-
momentum.
Keep the momentum, but you just few seconds of relaxation so that your muscle, regain that strength and ready for the next one.
I
Right?
just was like, okay, I have to relax more.
I was emphasizing on that. I think I was kind of exaggerating the instructions, but really you're not relaxing. You're just
Yeah.
giving that little
Yeah,
certain
need
moment
pause.
to pause to the
Pause,
muscle
yeah.
to just relax and gain strength for the next practice. And it could be very rigorous. I just told only 10, and there are a lot of them. Even standing itself about 15, 20, sitting, so many. But the whole idea, you just give some basic simple practices. And so what is the principle of this? What is, first of all, loosening practice means these are dynamic, and Sanskrit what is the Shitilikarna Vyayama. Shitilikarna means dynamism, that bring that rigor and loosening. And dynamic practice, that's called Vyayama. Vyayama is exercise, right? But again, these are basic thing is you're taking asana, combination of asana, and create that dynamic activity, right? In fact, we didn't cover Surya Namaskar because we had a complete Surya Namaskar session last week, right? We did Surya Namaskar faster as a dynamic practice. That's the skipped away. Okay. The other thing is what happened to your flexibility? It improves your flexibility, right? Flexibility of what? What is the focus, central point of your whole dynamic practice? Core, your spine, entire spine. You should see the spine like forward bend, backward bend, twist. So your core and your torso portion. That's the key focus. And you are repeatedly stretching and relaxing different muscles. And still the focus is on your core, right? So the dynamic practice is basically you are stretching, relaxing, stretching and relaxing. It's not that you constantly in the asana you stretch and stay there, right? Here it's a stretching, loosening, relaxing, stretching, loosening and relaxing, right? That's whole principle of loosening practices. So what is the objective of losing practice? What happens after all the dynamic practice? What happens to you?
I think it loosens up the muscles,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, very
Gain
active.
flexibility
Flexible and
or
active, you feel more refreshed, right?
Refreshed.
So that basically morning it will remove the lethargy and make it more active and
So usually class starts with the dynamic thing and then go to
yeah.
the-
So there is subtle difference between loosening practice and dynamic. Dynamic practices come under loosening, but the focus is dynamic. The loosening is just there gentle, we have few repetition, but here there is a rigor there. And you repeat it one after the loosening we just practice few. These are part of loosening practices. But the class itself, the format itself is the dynamic practices. Maybe 1 hour you didn't practice. Even though you are a practice asana, but you didn't stay in asana. You are near the practices. Right? About 1 hour, 1 hour, 5 minutes, we did all the dynamic practices. So loosening is just 5-10 minutes as part of your whole yoga session.
Yeah, I confused because we have some breathe and body synchronization.
Yes, but those are more little bit, few of them gentle. But then we just over 2 or 3
Yeah.
and move to the asana. But here, the entire session is dynamic practice.
So you're saying that, but you also said, so dynamic practice to be done for, like for example, for an entire class.
Yes. Entire session.
So
like
whole session, whole 1.5 session is.
How was all the session until last week? We practiced little bit breathing.
breathing
Yeah.
and
We
then
did
some
few
dynamic.
times loosening practices. If you are standing, we did few standing practices. If you are sitting, we did few sitting practice, loosening practices. And we did when you are set 3 supine, Prone, we did some prone loosening. Supine, we did supine loosening. Just few, 2 or 3, just maybe like 5-10 minutes to remove that lethargy and bring flexibility. Prepare yourself for asanas, right? And then we instead of had IRT, QRT, DRT. The whole idea was you after losing breathing practices, start relaxation. After losing practices, QRT, and then went into asana session, right? Asana is basically 15, 20, 30 seconds you are in final pose. But here we didn't stay in any final pose. And the entire, if you look at all the combination of all the losing practice in all the 4 positions, and there was a rigor, there is no gap, there is no relaxation, right? Not you didn't stay in the relaxation for a long time. So to keep that heart rate going, right? That's why they call it dynamic practice. They come to the loosening category, but they call it dynamic practices, right? So we basically remove the lethargy and also laziness in the body. Then what happens? It builds stamina, right? It builds stamina and make your muscles stronger. So and also it will discipline your body. You feel like, okay, I think I'm tired. No, your mind says, okay, still you can do. Push yourself forward, right? Push over that edge, right? Push the envelope, you say, right? And you will start seeing that. You start with 10, you might feel relaxed, more, tired now because you're doing practice your first time, and then you might feel a little bit touching pain tonight or maybe tomorrow. But now what happens is you continue the practice, you develop the endurance, stamina, then you'll be able to practice, repeat more, 15, 20, right? And that's how you build the stamina and also discipline the body. And other thing is, you are so focused in the practice, your mind is not wandering. So you're disciplining your mind also. You're saying, okay, I can do more, right? So you bring discipline in your body and mind, right? And then what happens is, and it will improve your cardiac function, right? Because keep your heart rate up, and improves blood circulation, improves your respiration, right? Because you are focused on breath, you are not holding your breath, right? Constantly you are aware of that. So also, wherever possible, you are synchronizing your breath with your body movement, right? As wherever possible. Of course, it's a little bit faster compared to loosening, but still there is a synchronization, and your mind is very focused on the body, right? Of course, you bring the overall energy, positive energy in you, right? So these are some of the objective of the practices. So what are the tips for? So you have to practice repetitively. So not just 1 or 2. So you have to repeat number of times so that you get the effect of the practice. Okay, repetition is very important. Second thing is with the counting and steps. That's very important. You want to count 1, 2. If you remember, I was emphasizing on the count. So if you're counting in your mind, you know you are not wandering. Your mind is not wandering, and also you know your pace by counting. So you start initially slow, and then increase the pace. Right? You don't want to just increase the pace right away. You know your limit, how much you can, and what pace you can, and gradually increase the pace. And also perform with a lot of attention, because it's rigorous and you don't want to injure yourself. So you want to partially observe your body. If you feel like any shooting pain, or if you feel that your knees are tired, or your wrist are not your wrist, basically your knee, your ankle, your back. So observe for any of those pains and aches, and do it at your pace. And also it will bring awareness to the performance before increasing speed. So again, I mentioned you observe how much you can and with the pace. And gradually increase speed and also number of repetitions. So that's how you build endurance. And of course, capacity varies. Youngsters, they might do more because they have more activities at the school, and you have PE, and your endurance is already high compared to a middle-aged person or older person. So do understand your limit and your capacity and practice accordingly. Again, wherever possible, you are synchronizing your breath with your body movement. That's also key point. You might increase your breath a little faster, that's how it's supposed to be, because you don't want to breathe slowly when your heart is pounding, right? So you have to keep your heart rate, that means your breath is a little bit faster compared to the normal breath, and then when you're, after you going through deep relaxation, you relax your muscles, you relax your body, you relax your joint, and then slowly slow down your breath and relax your breath. The whole idea is the stimulation and relaxation. Stimulation, relaxation.
So the dynamic practice actually is for stamina building more than strength. Because I am not, when I was doing like halasana and, what's that?
Halasana and Paschimottanasana.
Yeah, Paschimottanasana. So it was not that I was doing it from the core. I don't know. I was like, it just.
What happened when you are raising your leg one at a time or both legs?
When there is speed, there is less. When you're doing it slowly, there is more, I guess, effect on the stomach than doing it faster.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe right, yeah.
Okay, so.
So in the faster phase,
I'm
maybe
just
we're
doing
gonna
it.
see the strength.
Okay, so good point. What happens is, some of the practices, for example, you're going to Paschimottanasana. Sometimes doing faster, the speed, body movement,
Yeah,
reduce the working of your muscles.
correct, that's all.
That's okay, because there what you're doing is you're focusing on the loosening of your joints. Right? The speed brings flexibility in your joints and muscles. But initially you're starting slow, then building up. So some of the practices you'll develop on the core. But again, the focus is not on strengthening your core.
Yes.
Right? Your focus is, principle is endurance, developing endurance. Right? The cardio part. Right? That's the whole idea. And bring the flexibility and strength in your muscles. Right? The core part is through your body and synchronization in the asana. Correct? In asana you are using core, and most of the asanas you are using the core muscles. And of course here also your entire core is used for all the dynamic practices, but the emphasis is on the endurance. Right? So again, the key thing is you are, that's the reason we are eliminating the heart instant relaxation and QRT, because we want to keep that heart rate endurance going. Right? This is practice is good for kids and youths because they like vigor, they like
Yeah,
dynamic.
that's what I was
practice,
thinking.
right?
They must be loving it.
Right? And these are practices very popular in the kids yoga class. You want to keep the entire class, keep them running, right?
Energy,
And keep them
energized.
energized,
Right.
right?
No, I also
Young at
felt
heart.
very good.
Young at heart. yes.
Anyone young at heart.
Young at heart, and again, young at heart, but you have to watch your body movement,
Body.
yeah,
Body is not what you think.
right?
Because I'm feeling left out, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's again, once you practice, you will feel that you develop muscles. You make your muscle joint stronger. You'll be able to do it. You start with 10, you see, you continue practice, you get this curriculum, continue practice at least 2 or 3 days a week, and you'll see you do 10, oh, nothing happened. Okay,
Yeah, I
now
know.
15, okay, now I feel a little bit better. Okay, after a few days, 15, okay, I think I can handle it, and more. And add different variety. There are a lot of practices for this is very good for weight management. This whole curriculum, what I covered is just maybe 25-30% of the practices. There are a lot, and you will be just sweating. Like you go as workout for
You
1
mean
hour.
today's session? Today's
Today's
session?
was just very few, but there are
You
many of them.
continue on that.
And to add, and then it is good for weight management, to loosen weight and reduce the fat, burn fat at your waist region, right? And also this is good for people with hypertension. Okay, you want to remove that. Their hypertension happens because there are a lot of internal worry and the stress builds up, right? The only thing is for hypertension people, forward bend is you have to be, but you are not forward bend and staying there for. It's not asana practice. So these practices are perfect, good for people with hypertension, diabetes, pre-diabetic. So these people, they need to keep the trigger and movement going.
But at the same time, you are at a certain age when you have these things,
Well,
and
not
their
really,
dynamism
no,
is a
no,
little
no,
less
no,
right
we
now.
have 10 years, 12 years worth of diabetes diagnosis.
Oh.
Yeah, it is not just, this is not just only the old age people diseases. These are all coming to the youths. And why do you think they were emphasizing on the youths? Because many times they don't even know, like at 21, 22, they develop all kind of problems. We have situation where people with a lot of hypertension, youths, there's a lot of pressure at their school,
School.
and the competitiveness,
Yeah.
and girls with a lot of health issues. We have seen a lot of youths coming with developing the health problems at a very young age, and these are practices keep them energetic, positive, and positive at heart and positive at mind, and should be able to deal with the situation, right? So it's very, very important, these practices, especially that's when we are making sure that the whole yoga teachers training, we promote more and more youths so that they get benefited by this practice and share their experience with their friends and bring that awareness. That's how you can
Spread.
make your life much quality and how to handle stress. You cannot avoid stress. Stress is part of your life, whether you like it or not. But how do you handle it, right? What are the techniques you use? And what are tools you have to handle it? Just sit there and just some of the things. I guess last week we covered MSRT, right? Depending on the type of mind, whatever mind or pictorial mind, you just sit down and do the Om chanting, just pictorial visual concentration. 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, your stress level is dropped, man. As if there is no stress. And you have to just spend time for yourself and be aware of it. Okay, now aware, because how many people admit that I have stress? Oh, you say, oh, you have stress? No, I don't have stress. I think I can manage, right? So, but everyone goes through stress. Stress is part of our life. Recognizing that and using right tool to manage your stress, that's important. Right? After you come back from your school or finish your homework or even before starting homework, because homework creates a lot of stress. Sit down, just spend like 5 minutes, you breathe, we cover, right? 10, 15, 20 Om chanting, right? And before your homework, spend that time and see the state of your mind, your productivity, your thinking, it becomes so sharp. And end with few Om chanting and little bit deep relaxation or even meditation, and you are ready for next. Or when you feel stressed out, what you finish one subject, take like 2 minutes break, close your eyes, reflect on the practices, whatever you did, right? Or think of what you plan to do for a moment, summarize it in the mind, let it go. Okay, I want to focus now. That's it. So this is not just dynamic practice. You are not doing just out of contact, right? You are not exercising. You go to gym, you sit on a bicycle or steps, and you listen to music. There are monitors there, and there is some news going on, and you have no idea what's going on in your body, right? So mind is somewhere else, and you don't know how many you completed, and you know how many whatever you are injuring your knee, injuring back, you're injuring ankle, you're injuring muscles. You have no idea. But here, every moment, every
It's
second
conscious.
you are aware. Right? That's the difference between the exercise and workout and dynamic yoga practice.
And also the workout is like, okay, it's a workout, okay, for my body, let me do this, and that's it. And then you come out of that gym and it's not a part of your life anymore.
And you feel
But
exhausted,
yoga is.
right? You are tired and you're exhausted, and you want a break, right?
Yeah.
So here, yes, it's a workout, but it's different type of workout.
And it gets integrated also in your day-to-day.
Right.
Workout doesn't.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, basically this can be your workout. You can make it as it's a workout. You don't need gym. You don't need. I'll tell you, there are so many other practices. You feel your bicycling experience, your running experience. You are going to gym, weights experience. A lot of them people go and build the muscles, right? I can give practices if you want to build your muscles.
Did we do any of that? I don't know.
Hmm?
the weights one? I mean, did
Yeah, but basically what's
Which
building
one?
your arms and the swing, the one.
Bhujangasana and Parvatasana. I couldn't. It's hard.
You are doing the easy one.
Yes.
You're doing easy one. So
RPs, you're going to put these on the student drive?
yes, it's already there in student plan.
Oh,
Today's practice.
okay.
Okay, and also I have hand out after breakfast, after your money, you want to spend more time on this. And we'll cover all the subtle part, variations and other things, and also and any of your experience, share your experience and what any questions, and then we'll be